Hi again, I'm Stephen Wester, CEO of Predictive ROI, coming from a bit windy yet sunny Wisconsin. So for this week, I want to again have another candid conversation around 3 signs that a business owner, might be getting to burnout and we might need to recalibrate. I'm thinking that we need to have this conversation because just because you're a business owner, I'm a business owner, we're not superhuman. We make mistakes. We need to take care of ourselves. And if we don't do a good job of taking care of ourselves and being the right leader that we need to be, the right example that we need to be for our teammates, then that sets the business up for not ideal performance. So there are 3 things, in my opinion, that are kind of the early warning signs, if you will, that you as a business owner need to be taking a look at and then asking for some help from your team in order to get past that so that you don't get to burnout. And if you're feeling these right now, then my friend, you might already be in that burnout stage, and then a recalibration is truly what is necessary. If you're going to double down in 2019, as I've been urging you to do, then you really need to take a serious look at how you're performing within the business, because that absolutely, without a doubt, as it seems like it should, affect the overall performance of the business. So the first piece, are you hitting your numbers? Like, not the entire business as a whole, although obviously you should be watching those numbers, but you personally, what are your success metrics? Whether that's you're financially minded and you're running finance within the business, so you have success metrics there. Or maybe you're a biz dev person like me, that's where my gifts and talents lie, on the biz dev side. Or maybe your gifts and talents are on the creative side or client service side, or wherever your gifts and talents lie and whatever your most vital priorities are that help the business move forward, are you hitting those success metrics? If you're not, and you haven't been hitting them for several weeks, then you might be on the early stages of burnout and you need to start thinking about recalibration. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, are you taking meetings with your team not as seriously as you used to? Like, are you canceling mentorship meetings with your mentees? The internal meetings, are you canceling them because they're not really that important and I'd rather do this other thing? Well, that sends a signal to your teammates that they are not that important to you. If you could just blow off a meeting because you just don't want to go, or because you haven't made time for preparing for that meeting throughout the week, that sends a not so awesome signal to your team. Now, I'm not talking about the once in a while, or there's a major deadline for a client and you need to free up some capacity in your schedule in order to meet that deadline. Or you just came back from a vacation and you need a little bit of time and getting kind of re-caught back up into the business. Or there was some sort of emergency and you're out of the office for a period of time. I'm not talking about those things. Those are special circumstances, and your team's gonna rally and support you just like you would do with your team. That's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is, I got that standing meeting again and I really didn't prepare for it, so I'm just gonna cancel that meeting, or 5 minutes before a meeting that, I really don't wanna do that and I'd rather focus on this other thing. That's just a symptom that there's something else that's going on, and it might be burnout. So you wanna take a hard look at that and then be able to make those adjustments, right? Okay, and then lastly, for me, this is what shows me that, okay, I need to maybe take some rest. I need to either take a long weekend, I need to go and do something with my family, maybe I wanna have a trip or something like that. It's when I'm not super excited about the challenges of the coming day or the coming week. When I get up in the morning, I'm like, I gotta tackle that problem or that challenge. Again, we're not superhuman, right? I mean, we're human, just like anybody else. And so when we're starting to feel that though, feeling it more than normal, then that's a time to take a step back and say, okay, I need to do what Stephen Covey says in habit number 7 and sharpen the saw. Okay, nobody on your team is expecting you to be superhuman. What they are expecting, though, is for you to be the energized, the thought-provoking, the leader that they're depending on. And that's what your business is depending on. And so if you're not showing up that way, it's not to mask it and act like it's not happening, but instead to actually take an inventory and say, okay, this is what I'm noticing over the last several weeks. I haven't been hitting my numbers. I've been canceling meetings for no real good reason. You know what? When I wake up in the morning, I'm not super excited to take on the challenges and obstacles of the day. Okay, what can I do about that in order to recalibrate, re-energize? Because my clients deserve better, my teammates deserve more of me, they deserve all of me. And so this is what I'm gonna do right now. And it could be just an afternoon with your family. Fine, do that. Because your business deserves all of you. So those are a couple of quick observations. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. Click the little subscribe button and then the little bell next to it. That way you get a notification every Thursday when we air a new video. And please give me your comments in the fields below. I always want your feedback. That's what helps me get better each and every week. And until next week, double down and onward with gusto.